This is Essie Featured. This is the power of sports.
Julia Hawkins, born 1916, is a great-grandmother from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. After over a century on Earth, Hawkins' favorite place to be is in her own backyard. In a 102-year-old body, you might not believe how young the mind can feel.
60, 70, something like that. Sometimes 16. It's funny how you don't feel your age. You never think of yourself as being old. As I got older, I have all kinds of passions. I always had a lot of passions. Birds and trees and flowers and all kinds of good things. This is a baobab, and in Disneyland they have a mock-up of it. They call it the Tree of Life. They live to be 2,000 years old.
Last summer, Julia experienced a flash of stardom when a clip of her running a sub-40-second 100 meters met the World Wide Web. Hurricane Hawkins was born.
My running style? I didn't have a style. I just got out there and ran. Someone said you put your one foot back and one foot forward and you use your hands, and that's about all I knew.
Hawkins has lived most of her life in Baton Rouge. She worked 3 jobs to put herself through college at Louisiana State University, graduating in 1938 with a degree in teaching. On her first day of school, she met a man named Murray Hawkins.
He was 6'2" and he was blonde, and he was so smart and so good looking. And I went home and wrote about him in my diary because I was so impressed.
Murray was stationed at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. 8 days would pass before Julia heard that Murray had survived. After the attack, their love story wasted no time. Julia and Murray Hawkins were married by telephone. Julia in Baton Rouge and Murray in Pearl Harbor. And believe it or not, that was legal.
I used to say during the time we were married that our family made a good team.
Murray passed away in 1995 after 70 years of marriage. Julia's children have always encouraged her to keep active, and last year they entered her into the National Senior Games.
I like the idea of being 100 and doing the 100 meters. Somehow that was a little bit of a challenge. It sounded good. And so I decided that I would try it.
I was over at her house just helping her do things, and then I was about to leave and she goes, "Oh, one more thing." And I said, "What's that?" She says, "Tie me in the 100. I go out to the street and she takes off running, and I was surprised that, I wasn't expecting actual running. I'm not sure what I was expecting.
Julia would break the world record in the 100-meter dash for participants over the age of 100.
I was absolutely amazed. I mean, I couldn't believe it. How did this happen to me?
After posting a seemingly untouchable time in the 100 meters, a year later, Hawkins was back for more.
Julia, last year you ran the 100. This year it's the 60. How does that change your mindset?
As you're getting old like this, you're getting not better, but a little worse each year, so 60 sounds wonderful to me.
I think she will compete as long as she's able to. She says, "I feel like a shooting star, and I don't know when it's going to end."
Competing in the 80 and over bracket, Hurricane Hawkins blasts out of the gate. She runs the 60 meters with a time of 24.75 seconds. Yet another centenarian world record.
What do you think Murray would say if he saw you run today at 102 years old in this event?
He would be absolutely aghast, but he would be pleased. He was always proud of me, as I was of him. So I like to think he liked it.
This Category 5 shows no signs of slowing down.
The adrenaline that you get when you do sports is hard to express, but it's a wonderful feeling. And it's something that, as I say, is powerful and worth working for.